Hey there folks, and welcome to this video. And I wasn't expecting to do a video for EA Sports WRC again until it really, well, released. The creators hands-on meant that you've seen lots of actual gameplay and people talk about their experiences, and I thoroughly recommend you go and check them out. But what I'm going to talk about is the release today that EA have done, where you look at all of the kind of main liveries with the full car list. And the reason why is because there are a few things that have stood out for me. And the reason why they stood out for me is because either because it's the first time we're seeing them in the game, or because they're changes to previous liveries that we've had. So the Rally 1 cars, the Rally 2 cars, and the JWRC aren't really ones that stand out. Oh, I will actually quickly go back though, because the R5 Evo 2 has got different. It's got the older R5 livery, I believe that is, on it, for the Mark 7 Evo 2. And the 208 appears to have a Gulf livery instead of the Peugeot Sport one, which it had in Dirt Rally. So that was one that stood out. The next kind of change was, more kind of Peugeot Sport one for the 208, because we've got the new 208, the Rally 4, instead of the old R2 version, which I think also did have a Peugeot Sport one in Dirt Rally 2.0. Got a different livery for the Mark 8 Fiesta Rally 4. I think it's the John Armstrong one. I could be wrong on that, though. The Tringo one's one that we've already seen from previews. There's changed as well in the R4 ones. The Subaru one, I don't think that's the same livery that we had in Dirt Rally 2.0. The Mitsubishi one certainly isn't, but I can't tell you where that's from because I don't recognise it. But the McRae R4, it's not surprising, it's the livery that we've always known it with. The Fiat has a blue livery with the Fiat name emblazoned across it. The 207 has a slightly different livery to the ones that we've seen it for in the past. The 207 did appear in Dirt 3, was the last time? Or was it the original Dirt? Might have even been Dirt 2, but I definitely remember it in the original Dirt. And the Corsa, I don't recognise the livery for that one either that we've got showing. The older World Rally cars, well, I think the standout one has got to be, for the first time, seeing a Polo 2017 in terms of its full body. And, I mean, it looks cool, right? But it also does look like the Polo R5 with a couple of extra bits tacked onto it. I'll be interested to see how it compares to the Fiesta in its class. And I have a feeling that that could be a very balanced class, but it also means that it could influence how I feel about a longer term project I've been working on this channel for 4 years now. The 97 to 2011 cars. There are a few bits and pieces I'd like to point out. Firstly, I know with the Focus RS there is another livery that comes with it. I know that the blue and white RS livery is there because I've seen Stephen Bailey's stream where he drove with that livery. And yeah, that was the one that stood out most for me there. I mean, I've seen the Lancer with both the Manfred Stoll OMV one and with the older one that we know from Dirt Rally 2. Surprised the country, but they've still got the launch livery for it though. Super 1600s. I talked about the S2000 Super 1600s. I saw people complaining that the Ford was the Ford Rally Sport one and not the Quick Fit one, or is it Rapid Fit? I can't remember which brand it is. But that Ford Rally Sport one is one that we have seen in, was it Colin McRae Rally 3 and Rally 4? So Rally 3 and 04, they had the Ford Rally Sport one, and for me that's the one that stands out a lot more because it's the one that they promoted the car with. In comparison with the Clio, it would have been cool to see some of the older Renault liveries, like the yellow and blue ones. The Saxo is a Loeb one, and you can tell that because of the number 53. And the C2 is the same kind of colour scheme that I believe Danny Sordo ran when he won the JWRC back in 2005. The F2 kit cars, we see a bit of a makeover on the 306, I think, to make it a bit more like the realistic version. The Same with the Seat, actually. That gets a makeover to be more like the factory scheme. Then the Golf gets the British Rally Championship livery, the same with the Astra and the Megane. I did mention it when they showed the initial preview with the Megane. I really like it. I don't know where the livery for the Escort comes from. Probably from the car owner. Group A and Lancia. Well, it's a change that we'll see when we look at the Group Bs as well. The Lancia's now got... I know we do have the Repsol one in game, but ones that look much more like the Martini colours, like we see with the Valvoline Ford for McRae. The other cars really haven't had a change to their livery from Dirt Rally 2.0, but it's the first time we get to Galant, and it is the Pentia regular livery. That's fantastic. I'm really happy to see that, and it'll be nice to maybe do some competitions of Legacy versus Galant in WRC. It would be nice if we could do that to the RAC or on a British event, but obviously there's no British roads in WRC. And then go through to Group B, four-wheel drive, and yeah, the only change is with the Delta S4. And the same when you come to Group B, rear-wheel drive, 037, but it shows that they are looking to, with the WRC license, try and be a bit more ambitious, their paint schemes. Try and have things that stand out. It'd be nice to see, like with things I said about the Renault and the Puma, if there is also some of those kinds of official liveries popping up too. Because, well, the Ascona, I think, has a different livery now, because it used to have the red one from the owner that they used it from in Dirt Rally 2. Then you have the M3 having, I hope that it has the other blue Patrick Snyers one, but it has the one that's, I think that's the livery, the one, the Tour de Course, the Fiena livery. The Escort Mark II has an Andrews Heats for Hire livery now, which is cool when it comes to looking at old WRC liveries. The Cadets livery is also changed, and the Talbot Sunbeam, as we can see, is the kind of Henry Toivonen one. And the A110's also got an updated one. It's the WRC 1973 one, which is cool, because I do like the dark blue one that we had in Dirt Rally 2, but yeah, it's nice to see. And then we go to the H2 front-wheel drives. I don't think there are any changes to the 205 with the Golf, the 309. I don't think that's a Birdsey livery. I think that might be... I can't remember. I don't think Colin did. I can't remember off the top of my head if Colin did do the 309s. Might be an Alistair McRae one. But I was hoping for like the kind of Burnsy one. I've seen the Richard Burns 309 in the flesh, and it looks like a classic Peugeot livery. And then H1s, no changes to the Mini, no changes to the Lancia, as you'd probably expect. The Nova, I think that is a Vauxhall Sport livery. But wow, I've gone on for over 8 minutes talking about this stuff. If you find this stuff interesting, thanks for sticking around and listening to me talk about it. And yeah, I hope to see you soon again for more of the same. Bye for now.